Hey guys, this is Patty. I'm bringing you a solo GM of Warden of Nothing. I'll show the footage here in a second and commentate over it, but I just want to give a quick overview of the build. I did put out a full build video for this a couple days ago, so I'll link that in the description to have a super in-depth look at what I'm running here. But the broad strokes of it are it all revolves around Inmost Cyrtarachne, the class item. So Inmost is empowering the other two abilities whenever we use one ability, and then Cyrtarachne is giving us Woven Mail off the back of literally just throwing any grenade. So the combination of these two gives us really high uptime on Cyrtarachne and our abilities in general. This is a super flexible class item. A lot of people have their own versions of it. This is what I've found works best for me. But we are going to be, our main opener with this is going to be shooting Velocity Baton. It's going to be printing orbs off of the Attrition Orbs perk. So shoot Velocity Baton at a target, throw a grenade, at which point VS Velocity Baton will be reloaded. We will also have Woven Mail from Spirit of Cyrtarachne, and as long as we're collecting an orb, we should have Woven Mail and Avoid Overshield because of Tether plus Facet of Purpose. I'm running Microcosm as well because it builds Transcendence super fast. It was pretty consistent for both boss and mini boss damage, and it's kind of boosted from the artifact from Harsh Refraction. The way this one works is literally any elemental debuff that is affecting the target, Microcosm is going to get a 20% buff from that. And Microcosm is also exhausting targets. So pretty good there. I'm also running triple solar resist because of the final boss room and because there's a lot of solar sniper damage going on. So it just kind of helps us in that way. So yeah, those are the... Oh, and I was just swapping some stuff around. This is supposed to be Kinetic Scavenger, just by the way. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the footage. So like I said, this is my second solo GM that I've ever done. But this was not my first clear of this solo. I actually had another clear right before this run. But I felt like that one was a little bit lucky the way I dealt with the boss room. It didn't quite go to plan. The plan that I ended up executing in this run. So I just thought this kind of showed off a hopefully more consistent way to get this done with this particular build. And I'll talk more about that method that I use when we get closer to the boss room. But yeah, that's why we're not seeing the very first clear that I got here. This is the second one. But it did take me quite a few attempts to get to the point. Here you can see, yeah, there's the combo: Velocity Baton, Toss Grenade, Velocity Baton again. If I don't know if you have to have what do you call it, the thing that gives you an overshield when you finish targets. I don't know if you have to have that to be able to tank those supernova banes from a finisher, but that, I mean, I usually run that that overshield mod. So yeah, that's one way you can deal with those supernova banes, is just be in the middle of a finisher when they are doing their thing. But it took me a lot of attempts to kind of learn this GM and like really master it and get to the boss room consistently. And then it took many more attempts to figure out what I should be doing for the boss, because that boss room is pretty nuts. If you don't know how to handle the ad spawns, and you know, the method that I went with ended up delaying the ad spawn. It's a room where don't have a lot of mobility because of the boss's AoE attacks, and because of I mean, yeah, the boss's AoE attacks. Your movement is restricted. It's easy to get surrounded by ads, so it just took me a lot of attempts. But like I said, this is my second solo GM that I've ever done. And hopefully gonna be able to do many more. Right there you saw dielectric at play. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I think something about having OBS and this video player at the same time is kind of messing with the footage occasionally, so I apologize for that. If it really messes up a part, I'll rewind if I need to. But dielectric guarantees that anytime you stun a champion, your next ability that you use against it will, lightning bolt. I don't know what we're calling that as a community. Like bolt charges them, lightning strikes them. You have full stacks of bolt charge, and then you'll do a lightning strike when next time you use an ability. And we're getting a lot of random ones of those as well, simply because, like, shatters count as using an ability. Ignitions. So it's not always like controllable. The whole thing's a little bit random. But it is some nice additional damage. This room can be kind of annoying if you don't get those hobgoblins down quick. This part, the most consistent way that I found was just kind of sit back here, fire off Velocity Baton as ads kept spawning in. I had to kind of learn to be a little bit more aggressive with using Microcosm. It's just because it's a heavy, it doesn't mean that we can't get ammo for it. In fact, with the artifact, the what do they call it? Gold from lead, that perk, we have quite a bit of Microcosm ammo throughout the whole run. Pretty easy access, actually. So over the course of my many attempts, I kind of learned that I could, it's not necessary to like save ammo for the bosses. So here we're gonna get the stun. That was supposed to, lightning strike that barrier. I'm not sure why it didn't. Maybe I could look back at the footage and see if I had full bolt charge, but not sure why I wouldn't. I kind of messed up here. I threw that grenade when I had Microcosm out and not Velocity Baton, so I didn't get the reload. And then it was just bad timing because Tino was also empty, so it managed to get all its health back, but we were already in a position to oh my god. Yeah. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. I'm using... I'll let you guys know the video player later. I need to figure that out. I watched this footage on its own, and I didn't have that issue. I think there's something about the interaction with OBS recording at the same time that's causing it. Anyway, this boss is super annoying. I found that if I could get past this part, my chances of making it to the boss room were pretty high. This was just like a big bottleneck. I really didn't like this guy because of the... Yes, see, like, this guy's the definition of, you know, teleports behind you, kid. Nothing personal. Is man doing the freaking instant transmission all over the place. It made it really annoying, like, where to position. I was missing grenades a lot. It was just kind of... Just a lot of variables with that guy, so it was kind of... made it a little bit inconsistent getting past him. And then this whole next stretch from here all the way to the boss room, it's all, I mean, not a lot of variance. It's pretty consistent. So yeah, I mean, any run where I could get past that guy, it was usually a pretty solid one. Yeah, so here we have full armor charge, so I'm going to stab this guy to get him finishable. It's really important to remember to get your finishers going when you're running a double special loadout. And the neat thing is, in GMs with the tankier enemies, you know, they're not dying as quickly, so you have a lot more of them that are finishable. So it's easy to kind of keep up your ammo in that way. Yeah, so I was trying to see if I could get that unstopped to come a little bit closer, but no such luck. So I just went ahead and pushed. And we've got the loop going now. We have overshield and woven mail at the same time, so basically unkillable. He had a debuff, so we're invis off the back of that. Yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what that is. And now we need to kind of trip all these mines. This is not the ideal route. If you do this, follow somebody else's guide. This is not the best route for these mines. Yeah, I was trying to shoot that barrel just to get rid of that barrel too, and just got slowed. Yeah, this if you don't follow, it's Tizzle. He's a big influence on me as far as like wanting to solo GMs. But one of his runs of this, he showed a really good route through those mines. Probably a lot more efficient than what I did. I just didn't watch that video enough to kind of memorize the route. You can see the absolute tankiness of this build. Like once the combo gets going, it doesn't matter that we're, you know, dealing with 4 or 5 champions all at once. Basically unkillable in that state. Like I said, I don't like this specifically, this part. Okay, I had 1 death at this part because I didn't start my loop correctly. But if you do everything correctly with this build, it's really, you know, if you're in a situation where you can consistently, you know, make orbs and collect them, and you're tossing grenades.
Dismantle mines, yes. Or...
So that unstop spawned over by B. Sometimes he spawns in the hallway. Sometimes he goes to the B mine. And it's a little bit less ideal when he's at the B mine. Because he'll kind of sometimes jump up on this platform that we're on right now. And that just makes it annoying. And any delay kind of increases the chances that that one or more of the mines will go off. But we were able to get him down quickly. And then my strategy for these mines is pretty much... we've got Stylish Executioner and Tinashe's Mastery, which means that the top half of the magazine for Tinashe's is always slowing, which means we're always proccing Stylish. So that means any kill that I get with the top half of the Tina magazine is going to make us invis. So that's just my strategy every time with those mines, is just go invis, stay safe, wait it out. Usually this guy, it was super consistent. I almost never had issues here. But I did this time. There's a Supernova Bane here. And what I should have done is probably just go ahead and kill the Bane with Microcosm and just keep going. But I got a little spooked, so I just ran away. And that kind of almost messes me up. There's probably better ways that I could have handled this. I just ran past a good spot that I could have hit that guy from. Like I said, I probably should have just killed the Bane in the first place with Microcosm. But yeah, that almost ends the run. But luckily enough, we got past it. Usually that guy is really, really easy to nuke. You'll see that I didn't go Transcendent there. I'm saving that for the 4 champs right before the boss.
Retreat to airlock.
And I'm shooting the ground because I'm pretty sure gold from lead works the same way as lead from gold, where like if you're already full on your special ammo, you can't just collect special and get heavy ammo. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And I am full on my special ammo, so I was trying to like use some so I could collect those bricks and see if I could get some heavy. No such luck, but we'll go in with, if not full, pretty close to full heavy against the boss. So, there's going to be 4 more champions fighting each other. There's ways to deal with them from up top and kind of just use them fighting each other to your advantage and have them slowly chip each other down. I didn't do that because the fact that they're fighting each other means that they're distracted, which means I can get in close and use the wombo combo. And that's what I did every time, and it was really consistent, like I said. You got Overshield, you got Woven Mail, and now we are good to go. So, this boss, it was the hardest part to figure out for me, the boss that's about to spawn in. So, I ended up finding this video by this YouTuber named Chablo91. He does solo GM content. It was from 2 years ago, but the tip still worked. If you damage the boss just a little bit at the start, instead of teleporting off to the left side of the room and spawning in a bunch of adds, if you damage him just a little bit, he'll teleport to the center, and there won't be an initial wave of adds. So I did this a couple times. Like I said, the last clear that I got, the run right before this, I accidentally did too much damage, and he did teleport to the left and spawn in a bunch of adds. And that kind of messed everything up. But I I still got the clear. I just got really lucky with positioning and everything. So this time I just damaged him a little bit. And I'm just going to town with the combo. So he's doing all that bullshit, but you know, we've got our damage resist sources going. So I'm just trying to get as much damage on him as possible. I miss a grenade here, unfortunately. I do almost die here in a second. You'll see this. I'm almost dead, and my class ability is on cooldown, and it comes back right when I need it, and Powerful Attraction scoops a bunch of orbs. Look at this. So, almost dead. Get the class ability back. Dodge. So that was super lucky. Yeah, I don't know if this method would work like, you know, 10 times in a row, but it definitely. I mean, the first time I tried it, pretty much it worked, so I was pretty happy about the clear. Yeah, second one ever. If I can do it, anyone can. I'm really not that good. I'm not like a, you know, any of the YouTubers who consistently put. I mean, I'm working on it. I'd like to get to that point. I don't know if I'll ever get to like Sutex level or a True Heroes level. But yeah, second solo GM ever. Hopefully many more to come. I am working on Hypernet Current, the GM, and hopefully that will be the next one that I put out. But yeah, I just wanted to show this off. Yeah, if you want to try this build, pretty. The heavy slot is pretty flexible. But and Tina to some degree is flexible. I would say that, you know, there's a lot of different versions of Inmost Cyrtarachne out there. It's a very flexible class item. You're not locked into any of these aspects or fragments or abilities or anything, like I have them here. But if you want to do the method that I was doing just now, you pretty much do need this exact roll of Velocity Baton, and it's not the easiest thing to get. But if you can't get your hands on it, once you get the loop down, it's a pretty easy to use build. I mean, you could see how tanky we were. But anyway, that's the run. Look out for more to come in the future. I will post the full build video in the description. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.